Hello friends, myself Subrata Mukherjee and you are watching my channel Dr. Subrata Mukherjee Distance Learning in Commerce. Today I am going to discuss another problem on budget. This is lecture number 3 and you can watch the other lectures in the playlist section of the channel. I would like to request all the students to note the question with solution in your notebook and feel free to communicate with me through email and the WhatsApp number given in the description box. I would like to request all the viewers to subscribe my channel and communicate about this channel with the students of commerce so that they can be benefited with the lectures that I have uploaded in this channel. A factory is currently running at 50% capacity and produces 5,000 units at a cost of rupees 90 per unit as per details below. Raw material rupees 40, labor charges rupees 25, factory overhead rupees 15, out of which rupees 5 is fixed. Office overhead rupees 10 and out of which rupees 5 is variable. The current selling price is rupees 100 per unit. At 60% capacity, material cost per unit increases by 2% and selling price per unit falls by 2%. At 80% capacity, material cost per unit increases by 5% and selling price per unit falls by 5%. Determine profit or losses at 60% and 80% capacities of the factory. In this question, the capacity is given at 50% and the cost structure is given at 50% capacity. And we are supposed to calculate the cost structure at 60% and 80% of the capacity. So here I am writing capacity, this is 50%, and we need to calculate the cost structure at 60% and at 80% capacity level. So unit produced and sold at 50% capacity is 5,000 units. So how many units will be produced at 60% capacity? So 5,000 units at 50% capacity, it means total capacity is 10,000. And at 60% capacity, the production will be 6,000 units. And at 80%, the number of units that will be produced and sold will be 8,000. Now we are preparing the cost structure. So under each capacity, I am writing here per unit and total. Then again at 60% capacity, I am writing per unit and total. And at 80% capacity, I am writing per unit and total. First, I am writing the sales. So selling price per unit is rupees 100 at 50% capacity, and at 60% capacity per unit selling price will reduce by 2%. So this will be 98. And at 80% capacity, the selling price will reduce by 5%. Then this will be at rupees 95. So what is the total sales at 50% capacity? So 5,000 multiplied with 100 is rupees 5 lakh. Then at 60% capacity, your total sales will be 6,000 multiplied with 98. This will be 5 lakh 88,000. 7 lakh 60,000. So we have calculated the sales at 50%, 60% and 80% capacity level. Now we have to calculate the variable cost. So here I am writing less variable cost. So the first element of variable cost is material cost. So it is given that the cost per unit of material is rupees 40 at 50% capacity. This will be increased by 2% at 60% capacity level. So 40 multiplied with 102% will give you 40.80. And at 80% capacity, the material cost will increase by 5%. So 40 multiplied with 105 is 42. So the total cost of material is 40 multiplied with 5,000, you will get 2 lakh. Then 40.80 multiplied with 6,000, you will get 2 lakh 44,800. Then 42 multiplied with 8,000, you will get 3 lakh 36,000. So the material cost we have calculated at the 3 capacity level. The next element of variable cost is labor cost. So labor. So it is given that the labor cost per unit is rupees 25 at the 3 capacity level. So 25 multiplied with 5,000 is 1,25,000. Then 25 multiplied with 6,000, you will get 1,50,000. 25 multiplied with 8 lakh, you will get 2 lakhs rupees. The next element of variable cost is factory overhead. So it is given the total factory overhead per unit at 50% capacity is rupees 15, out of which rupees 5 is fixed. So factory overhead at 50% capacity is rupees 10 per unit. The variable cost of the factory overhead is rupees 10 per unit. So 10 multiplied with 5,000, you will get 50,000. So variable cost at 60% capacity of factory overhead will be 10 multiplied with 6,000 is 60,000, and 10 multiplied with 8,000 is 80,000. The next element of variable cost is your office overhead. It is given that total office overhead is rupees 10 per unit at 50% capacity, out of which rupees 5 is variable. So I am writing here rupees 5. 5 multiplied with 5,000 is 25,000. Then 5 multiplied with 6,000 is 30,000. And 5 multiplied with 8,000 is 40,000. So total variable cost at 50% capacity is 4 lakh. Then total variable cost at 80% capacity is 4,84,800. And the total variable cost at 80% capacity is 6,56,000. So we can subtract the total variable cost from sales and we will get contribution. So contribution at 50% level is 1 lakh. Then at 60% level, we will get 1,03,200. That is 5,88,000 minus 4,84,800. You will get 1,03,200. And 7,60,000 minus 6,56,000. We will get contribution 1,04,000 at 80% capacity level. Then from this contribution, we are going to subtract the amount of fixed cost. And we have two elements of fixed cost. One is the factory overhead. And factory overhead per unit is given at rupees 5 at 50% capacity level. So we will get a factory overhead, fixed factory overhead of 25,000 at 50%, and that will remain fixed at 60% and 80%. And office overhead, that is the fixed office overhead, is also rupees 5. So 25,000 is the fixed office overhead at 60% and 80%. So if we subtract the total fixed cost from contribution, we will get profit, and profit at 50% capacity is 50,000. Then we will get 53,200 at 60% capacity, and at 80% capacity it is 54,000. So those who are watching this lecture on laptop, you can see this entire working in one screen, and we have calculated first the number of units produced at the three different level of capacity. Then we have calculated the sales, the variable cost, then contribution, and the total fixed cost at three different level of capacity, and ultimately we have calculated the amount of profit. Hope all the students have recorded the questions with solution in your notebook, and feel free to communicate with me if you have any doubt in understanding through email and the WhatsApp number given in the description box. Thank you. Thanks for watching the lecture.